what do you need if you want new visuals from REN?
I mean, I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm sure you're going to tell us.
Token! Hey.
All right. I like that one.
Come on, mate.
That's me.
Let's get it, bro.
Let's go.
Yeah, everywhere we go, every show on the road, yeah. Cause they say good things take time.
Early mornings, but we've been
Everywhere we go, every show on the road, yeah. And really stopping's no option. Came in this here to cause a conundrum.
So turn up the speakers and let's have some fun now. Yes, people, what's going on? Mr. Has back in the building.
Where?
Back in the building.
Oh, okay.
And I'm next to the one, the only.
I am Unorthodox Fella. What's going on? How are you doing today? You interrupting my intro.
Sorry.
What's going on here?
Sorry, you usually say I am an I am's cat, and I just went ahead and did it.
Nice.
My bad. Carry on.
I am Unorthodox Fella. What is going on, people? Hello, hi. How are we doing today? Are we having a lovely day, a splendid day, a wonderful day? Wherever you are in the world right now, I hope it's going well for you. Yes, I do.
There we go. Love that. Well, we've got brand new Token and REN. We've got visuals. This is What Does Your Love Look Like? And we've already reacted to the audio because how could we not? It was a very deep and meaningful and
more
purposeful song.
More vulnerable than we've heard Token, for example.
Yeah, 100%. And these two worked brilliantly on that. So, very excited for these visuals. Let's get into it, shall we?
Yeah. Let's rock and roll.
Let's bloody do it, mate.
I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? 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 As much as I do want to love you, I feel like we're speaking two different languages. Your house had a gate and mine had instigated, so that's the environment we feel safer. And you thought it was crazy how long that it took me to tell you I love you, like that was the weirdest. I only heard dad say I love you with mom in the room when he went back to singing his lyrics. So how could you blame me, because you always choose to.
Yo.
Even though we've heard it, that still hits.
It does hit. I think the visuals really help it as well. Like, the song is hard anyway, but the way that the visuals have been brought together to represent the lyrics.
Yeah, situation.
You know. I wonder, is that Token's actual lady friend? Do we know?
I'm sure they're friends. But is it his actual lady friend? Or
is it his lady friend? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Or is it like an actor?
Questions of life, bro.
Questions, eh? Let us know in the comment section.
I love you with mom in the room when he went back to singing his lyrics. So how could you blame me, because you always choose to. You want to know where I be at all the time, but that's not what I'm used to. Not what I'm used to. You knew where your dad was at work or his home.
This is really clever, actually. I like how it started as a picture and then it took you into the video.
Yeah, like what's actually going on.
That's really cool. That was a cool lead in.
Witnessing the mum and dad arguing and what's going on.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
When he went back to singing his lyrics, so how could you blame me, because you always choose to. You want to know where I be at all the time, but that's not what I'm used to. Not what I'm used to. You knew where your dad was at work or he's home when he's taking the load up. I didn't know where until 124 the day I got that phone call. And I let the phone drop. I'm trying to be my best, to be a gentleman. I'm trying to learn, I never had the chance. I still look to my manager, but he gon' teach me how to be a rapper before a good man. I grew up afraid to find a letter on mama's dresser telling us goodbye. I'm used to it all, so you don't gotta hold back and cry. But I gotta tell you why I'm not right for you.
That visual here of like the child, obviously this is what Token actually experienced, but to see it played out in a video form is quite heart-wrenching. You know, he's very young there.
Yeah, but he's younger in the first one. Then he goes to a little bit older here, and he's got the letter.
Yeah.
Again, I can't remember what the letter. It's not a suicide letter, is it?
It's just it's a letter from his mum, I think, leaving. Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough, and there's very well laid out visuals to kind of explain the lyrics as well.
Yeah.
The phone drop. I'm trying to be my best, to be a gentleman. I'm trying to learn, I never had the chance. I still look to my manager, but he gon' teach me how to be a rapper before a good man. I grew up afraid to find a letter on mama's dresser telling us goodbye. I'm used to it all, so you don't gotta hold back a to cry, but I gotta tell you why. I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? 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 I'm not right for you, but I won't get up and leave. Cause I hate the pain that is colour my veins, that is present in solitary. What does your love look like? Does it look black and white? Is it your kryptonite? Do all your demons get louder at night? And the voices get softened when we're intertwined? I've been going to therapy lately, cause the cause and effect made me hate thee. The way that I feel when the loving gets real, cause I just wanna run and escape the pressure that paints me, pressure of safety, pressures of promises that come from maybes, pressure of bravely moving in the same direction. The pressure been driving me crazy. So my therapist said that these wounds that I kept were created when I was
Yeah. All right.
What I appreciate what they're doing here is highlighting the fact that what you see as a child can really affect you for your whole life, innit?
Yeah,
like
shape.
Children are sponges. You know, we know this from birth. Children are sponges, and what they are
exposed to
really actually, to an extent, forms them. Yes, people grow up and they learn to deal with it in their own ways, and they do. And some people can thrive. You know, some people thrive in these situations, but other people don't.
Yeah. I was about to say. I was literally just about to come off of what you were saying by saying, some do, some don't, and then you just said it yourself. Yeah, exactly that.
Pressure of safety, pressures of promises that come from maybes, pressure of bravely moving in the same direction. The pressure been driving me crazy. So my therapist said that these wounds that I kept were created when I was a kid. And just like that, all my thoughts raced back to a Welsh town, 96. My mother was crying, my father was screaming and shouting, denying the sin of deceiving and cheating and lying. The weeds have uprooted, the garden is dying, but still she forgives. The cycle repeats, every night I try to sleep, hearing the screams through concrete, murdering peace, a vision of love, a lesson that fused with the cells in my blood, a lesson that taught me that love ain't enough and the love can be porcelain when times get tough. Flash forward 5 years later, sitting in the passenger seat of my dad's car with my maker. My dad looked shaken, turned to face him, the words that he spoke cutthroat.
Do you know, I missed that bar when we even listened to it, that love can be porcelain when it comes to it, or something along those lines. He said, like, porcelain obviously breaks easy if it's dropped.
Yeah.
You know, like...
100%. And also, having the visuals of a different kid, but representing REN now, is a brilliant effect to this video as well. And I also want to touch... Here's the thing. I'm not speaking too much on the lyrics, because we did the lyrics in the last one. Another thing I want to touch on here is Ren's visible performance whilst he was lying on the chair in the beginning of his verse. Like the way he's kind of shaken a bit and he's like got a bit of grit in his... He's very good at like physically explaining his lyrics as well.
Yes.
You know, playing them out. Oh, and we can't stop it without talking about the representation of this child looking at the arguing, and now he's and he's got the pillow. Like it hits like.
I like the shadow. I like the shadow effect because if you're filming two people, they may be good actors, but having the shadow leaves it all to imagination.
Yeah.
Like actually, all you can see is these two silhouettes.
Exactly.
Shouting at each other, kind of thing.
Exactly.
A vision of love, a lesson that fused with the cells in my blood, a lesson that taught me that love ain't enough and the love can be porcelain when times get tough. Flash forward 5 years later, sitting in the passenger seat of my dad's car with my maker. My dad looked shaken, turned to face him, the words that he spoke cutthroat like razor. He said, "Ren, sometimes love can be complicated, navigating a world that we co-created, and I've made mistakes, but I will love you daily." And just like that, it's just me, my mum and my sis. The stress left mum disabled for a bit. I grew up fast then, cause I gotta be a new Ren. Strong for my sis and my mum, but I use refuse, but moving through the confusion, my lonely love feels fake like What does your love look like? Does it tell you inside? Does it keep you up at night? My brother, does it make you feel like a fist in your windpipe? Suffocate the feeling of what love's meant to feel like. Navigating you, but still not quite right. One night stand, make the pain stop one night. One more heart to the blade of a cold night. What does your love look like?
Okay. I mean, there's so much to digest. I think like... Okay, so there's a couple of things that went through my head then. The first thing is, it was quite upsetting to see how the child is digesting what the dad is saying to him. And then the next scene after that digesting of what he's being told, the dad's off.
Yeah,
and now he's just and it's hugely confusing for this boy, for Ren. Do you see what I mean?
Of course. I think also him driving along in the car, Ren driving along in the car, and the car's like shaking, and like that's kind of showing like a hectic. That's how his head feels, kind of.
Yeah.
Visual. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I think
sometimes you see somebody, for example, angry, but like you don't know what's in their head. And in this respect, like let's say you're driving past Ren and he's like this and he's like this, but you don't know in his head he's replaying this, which is why we need more sympathy and empathy for people.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Well said.
Yeah, man.
What does your love look like?
You realize how hard that I work and you told me you feel for me. If I lost all my motivation tomorrow, would you still love me? It's easy to love when I'm up, when I'm down and you leaving. You can't even give me an answer cause you never seen it, and that's why it's hard to believe it. If you needed help when I'm too far away, is it over for you? Maybe I'm just not the person for you, even though I still could be the show for you. Maybe we are meant to be together, but our history got in the way. Your trust issues, my fear issues, too many issues at play. You yell fast, I get quiet, you wanna see more passion. I've seen what Bill Yelling can lead to, so no, I don't have it. I grew up afraid to see holes in the wall in a room that was locked from inside. I promise I'm used to it all. You don't gotta ever hold back and cry, but I gotta tell you why I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never changed. What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
Nah, you see, I can't even lie, yeah. The chain thing made me like, oh, okay. But that letter thing just then, I had instant chills. Yeah. Instant, like, wow. That's a very powerful visual right there.
Yeah, 100%. Firstly, it's an ingenious representation of what the song's concept is. Straight off the bat, like this kind of thing, the chain around his arm, and then the letter thing. These things are a genius representation of the entire project. So shout out to whoever's idea that was, because that's fantastic. In general terms, I feel like I've spoken on a lot from the track to the generational curse. I wanted to touch on one more thing personally, which was that I like the Ren and Token being sat next to each other in a way to represent that they're able to offload this to each other. Yeah. I think that's a really, really cool, good visual to have in there, because it's like important also to remind people that you can share.
Yeah, and you
can should
definitely
share, you know?
Definitely. It's way better to let out emotion, whether it be to a confidant or whether it be to a therapist or whatever, like a friend or a therapist, whatever. It's better to let it out than to store it all in your head, because you're only going to be killing yourself inside.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to die slowly. Like
Exactly. 100%. Wow, deep. Well, there you go.
Very deep.
Token and Ren, what does your love look like? Okay, so people, stay with us for a minute. Obviously, in regards to this specific music video, add to the conversation in the comment section. We're very excited for checking out Token's album and checking out Ren's releases coming soon. Shout out Token, because I saw his story on Instagram about how you can go to a link in his bio, especially during this whole UMG stuff, and he can clear it for you to not get copyrighted for it, to actually be monetized for it. So shout out Token, especially in this period of time, to do something like that is incredible. So shout out Token. Obviously Ren does this kind of thing as well for artists, so shout out Ren. A couple of things I wanted to touch on was just, if you don't mind. The first one is what was I going to say? There's a couple of things. The first one was, just so you know, I'm aware that in this reaction specifically, my eyes been going crazy. I've got a new prescription coming on Monday, so I'm having to put up with what I have at the moment. I know sometimes you'll see me blink, but it was a lot more in this, and I'm conscious of that, so I'm explaining to you I have a new prescription coming on Monday. So that's why my eyes are going crazy at the moment. Second thing is to check out our new music video, Awesome Vibes.
Yeah. Do that.
By some guys. What guys?
Us guys.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And also, if you don't mind, I've released a new vlog today
Have you?
as well. And it'd be awesome if you go check that out. We're trying to add
Funky time.
new content to this channel, as well as keeping the reaction videos, which is just really going to be for independent artists for the foreseeable future.
With everything going on in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
it makes sense. It makes sense to. We're independent artists ourselves anyway, and you know we know that a lot of the crowd out there are Tom fans, our REN fans, our Token fans, our Dax fans.
Yeah.
You know, so
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. I don't necessarily mind, for the meantime, sacrificing that side. What I don't want to do is sacrifice the independent side.
No.
You know, the independent side is what got us here, is what pulled us into the love of this music, and the independent side is what has driven our own music.
yeah.
It's inspirational, you know, so there's that. So, but because of that, like, content shift when it comes to everything outside of independent reactions, we're looking to add new content. So vlogs are part of that. We're also going to be, we've also started reacting to like ghost videos if you're into that kind of thing. And yeah, just stay locked in.
Various bits.
What I wanted to ask you, that's right, you, is what would you like to see more of on this channel? I want to know what you want as well, you know?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Put that down in the comment section, peoples.
There you go. Thank you very much. We gratefully appreciate you. I've been Mr. Haz.
And I have been Unorthadox Fella.
And until next time, respect.
Yeah, everywhere we go, every show on the road, yeah. Cause they say good things take time.
Early mornings, but we've been
Everywhere we go, every show on the road, yeah. And really stopping's no option. Came in this here to cause a conundrum.
So turn up the speakers and let's have some fun. Look,